Well, good morning and welcome to Morning Gospel Fuel with Mr. G. Yeah, I shaved. And it's Friday, October 15th, the 28th Friday of Ordinary Time, and it is the feast day of St. Teresa of Avila, also known as St. Teresa of Jesus. She is she's from Spain, and she is a virgin, mystic, and doctor of the church, one of the few female doctors of the church. I believe she's one of the four female doctors of the church, and she was around during a time of deep crisis, not only in the world, but in the church. And so, Father Moss at his homily this morning did a great job of saying how, at any point in crisis of the world and in the church, God always brings us saints, and so she was one of them. And she had a great devotion to the Blessed Mother Mary as her spiritual mother, and particularly after her real biological mother died whenever Teresa was 11 years old. So that was that kind of attachment, I guess, kind of detachment from her earthly mother and then attachment to her spiritual mother, because she joined the Carmelite order at 20 years old, and then she did a lot of great stuff to become a doctor of the church and saint, evidently. And then she died at the age 67, in which her last words were, which I think is awesome, is, "My Lord, it is time to move on. Well then, may your will be done. O my Lord and my spouse, the hour that I have longed for has come. It is time to meet one another." How beautiful is that? I hope I get to that level of piety whenever it comes to be my death day, or I'm just anxious for it to happen. Anyway, today's gospel, as I grab my Bible, is from Luke chapter 12, verses 1 through 7. Let's begin in the name of the Father, Son, and Spirit. Amen. Meanwhile, so many people were crowding together that they were trampling one another underfoot. He began to speak first to his disciples. "Beware of the leaven, that is, the hypocrisy of the Pharisees. There is nothing concealed that will not be revealed, nor secret that will not be known. Therefore, whatever you have said in the darkness will be heard in the light, and what you have whispered behind closed doors will be proclaimed on the housetops. I tell you, my friends, do not be afraid of those who kill the body, but after that can do no more. I shall show you whom to fear. Be afraid of the one who, after killing, has the power to cast into Gehenna. Yes, I tell you, be afraid of that one. Are not 5 sparrows sold for 2 small coins? Yet not one of them has escaped the notice of God. Even the hairs of your head have all been counted. Do not be afraid. You are worth more than many sparrows." Right. So, fear, it's interesting. It says, you have no one to fear besides the one who has the power to cast you into Gehenna, which into hell. So fear the Lord. But then it says later, like the same paragraph, "Do not be afraid, for you are worth more than many sparrows." So we have like this contradictory statement going on. What are we supposed to do? Fear the Lord or not be afraid? Because you hear both of them. So let's see what the meditation today says. It says, "There's nothing concealed that will not be revealed." When reading today's gospel, we often emphasize that what Jesus says about God's tender care and concern for even the minutest aspect of our lives and the value we have in his eyes. But then he offers a stark contrast. All cover-ups will be exposed. All secrets will be publicized. That sounds embarrassing, even scary. But let's remember that it's not only the bad things that will be revealed on the day of judgment. Read the gospel again, this time in light of the God who counts all the hairs on your head. Think of all the small sacrifices you make, even the ones that other people may not notice. saving the last piece of cake for someone else when you really want it yourself, saying no to the temptation to engage in gossip, praying in the middle of the night for someone who is sick, or simply offering a cup of cold water to someone, as Jesus said in Matthew 10:42. God notices all these. No act of kindness is overlooked as insignificant by the one who cares even for a dime a dozen sparrows. Every act of love done in secret, even the smallest kindness, is known to God, and one day they will all be revealed. So when you grow weary of doing good, remember, God sees what is done in secret, and He will reward you. One day you will see Him face to face and hear Him say, "Well done, good servant." And you will discover that it's not only the Lord who remembers your acts of love, your family, your friends, the person who was ignored until you spoke to them. All of these brothers and sisters will thank you and give praise to God. Even now, picture Jesus smiling at you as you do these things. Imagine Him saying to the Father, "Look at my friend, loving as we have loved him." Thank Him today for His care for you. You are worth more than many sparrows, and your secret acts of kindness for others have immeasurable value in the eyes of God. Thank you, Father, for valuing the little things I try to love you, the little ways I try to love you by loving others. All right. Have a great day. God bless. And keep it real. In the name of the Father, Son, and Spirit. Amen. Have a good weekend.